that you're comfortable.
But the one thing I will say about being a young man, you do go off of persona and how someone looks. So if someone looks older and they're wearing a staffing, bruv, you can't be paid staff unless you're a certain age. So that's just them manipulating you in a way.
Yeah.
So exactly, I think it goes both ways. So I think some men get into a position where they're manipulated. And I think...
Because girls, they know what they're doing. Some of them, they deliberately, intentionally will go for that older guy, and they'll do what's necessary. They'll make themselves look older. They'll say all the lies, what they need to say in order to convince the guy that they're old enough. And men, after a while, they're just gonna be like, "Look, man, she's legal. Like, let me just."
She's definitely.
They want to get their groove on. Like.
Our fans say later on, I started asking about ID. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I started off for ID. Like, and do you know how weird that sounds? That sounds weird.
Yeah, but at least you're doing extra checks, Erin. And do you know what? You're also preventing yourself getting in trouble. Because anything could happen.
The sex offenders list is mad.
Yeah, I could just imagine.
You could kiss an underage girl and end up on that register.
And once you're on it, you're never coming off.
And if the parent finds out you touched her bum,
and you're never coming off it.
It don't matter if she lied about her age. You're going on the offenders list no matter what. Jobs, future references, everything will revolve around that.
It could cost you your job. It could. So it's better to just be extra careful. It doesn't matter what she tells you. Do your checks and do your job, and just be mindful that girls do lie. And before you know it, look, I know friends that are in situations right now that they don't want to be in because of people lying, like unwanted pregnancies and just situations whereby they've had to deal with because somebody's lied about their age or somebody's lied about this or I'm telling you. And you know what? And I feel bad because at the end of the day, we'll turn around and say, okay, it's the man's responsibility, but a man could do all what he intentionally meant to do.
He could wear a condom.
He could wear a condom. He could turn around and say, look, the girl could say she's on the pill, or the guy could open, even if they have unprotected sex, the guy could turn around and say, look, I go and get a morning after because I don't want a child. And they could turn around and
like that will turn around to you and say, like, are you on like contraception or something? And if they say no, I'll pay for the pill in it, but I'm wearing a condom. And like, don't get me wrong, some men and women don't like the feel of condoms. But if you're going to do that, know the person you're going to sleep with.
You have to know the person. You have to go do your
not
sexual health checks.
2 weeks and then
you
know what I'm saying? Like something I've done. I've done it. I've done it loads of times. So I'm just trying to learn from mistakes.
You have to learn from your mistakes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's preventative measures that we have to take in order to stop ourselves from being in situations that we don't want to be in. If you're happy to be in a situation where you don't mind being pregnant, you're both going to look after, and it's a mutual understanding, then fine. But if one is not, and the other says they want this, and that person says they don't, or whatever, you've got to make sure that you, it is sticky, and it's not fair on the other person who doesn't want it, and you just now force it upon them or tell them, oh, well, it's not fair, and that's whether it's the man or the woman. So I feel it's important that to just be open and honest and be careful, Don't take advantage, do what you're supposed to do, and that's it. Let's try and, just be happy, because...
One thing I will say, us as men, we need to do better, bro. We need to do better to just protect women. Like, sometimes we bypass it as just banter. Bro, some stuff ain't banter, Like, in the group chat, you can have banter with your boys, you think it's normal. But when you look back at the chat, you'll be like, no, you know what? That's actually fucked. We get so stuck in our ways of this locker room chat, this Trump chat, where you end up sounding like you're a certain way when you're not. You're just having fun, joking. But if that ever got out, everyone would see you in a light. You see what I'm saying?
It's like the whole Dutch thing. Like, the people that he's been having conversation with, and and all of that comes out, even though it's just banter at the time, or it's like, oh,
it's not that deep.
When
it's
comes out,
I love that. Like he might literally have been like seen the picture of what he sees as family and gone, like that picture, but the art stays there, but the picture goes because it's from the story, or someone's deleted it. So there's loads. It's like I said, you've got to prove that it's not what it seems.
Yeah.
You can't say it and then leave it there.
And then leave it. True.
Because if someone, like, one time when I was doing youth work, remember the girl I told you about that was younger?
Yeah.
We ended up being work colleagues, like friends, like, you know what I'm saying? So every time we had sessions, it'd be me, I won't say her name, but it'd be me and Dave, yeah? So me and Dave would just chill. We'd work with the young kids, then we'd think, and over the years we just became really good friends.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we're still friends to this day. Nothing ever happened because the truth came out. But if the truth didn't come out, it could have got mad sticky.
It could have got mad.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But for me, then her mate used to come and meet her, and we're still friends. We're still really good friends. Like, we drink, we think, because you can have friends, yeah, but in a sexual way, you know the rules, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
If once you know someone's age, you can have work colleagues that are younger, older. It's life. It's the world.
But you've got to know your limits.
You've got to. You as the man have got to be a grown up. Oh, I won't do that. That's weird.
Doesn't matter how pretty she looks, how old she looks.
It will happen, but it's cool, innit? No, see that there. A lot of people be like, she's 17, I'll still do it. That's the sort of chats that men indirectly do. Don't get me wrong, I've been in Westfields, seen a girl from the back and been like, rah, I've tried to catch up to her. You know them ones? And then when you see their face, you're like, fuck, she looks like she's in school, swerve.
Yeah.
And that's how easy it is.
Conscience,
no, but some men will be like, nah, I don't care, she's older. What, 17, 16, calm.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm
that's
not
what I said,
laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing
men have got to do better.
True.
We've got to do better.
Yeah, I agree.
I grew up with a brother saying, women woo, dad woo, you know what I'm saying? So you get that laddish behaviour. So it's only once I hit about 25 and I saw my young nieces growing. And they're growing and they're becoming women. So like, two of my oldest nieces, they're becoming women, right? So there's been times where I know full grown men have stared at them and I've been walking down the same road because we live in the same place. And I've seen it. I mean, I will fuck him up. I will fuck you up. Do you know how old she is? No, we don't know how old she is. He's just seeing a young girl that looks like a woman. It's dressed in women's clothing.
One time, right, I was in Morocco with the girls, and they were dressed or whatever, and we were in this restaurant. We was getting food, and there was this older guy, big, dirty old man, and he was just looking. I was kind of like standing behind, looking at the girls, and I swear, I was. I was so angry. No, I went up to him and I said, what are you doing? Like, what are you looking at? Like, she's a young girl. I was just so angry. And then he was just there still trying to look. And I went, you're just disgusting. Like,
you're an animal,
you know, do you know what I mean? You could, even if she looks full or whatever, she's young. You can see she's young. You should know your place.
He's probably seeing her as like a younger woman of like 20, 25.
No, they don't know they were young.
Look what they was like young.
Yeah,
well, it's
like,
just a nonce. It's that simple, isn't it? If you can tell
I cursed him.
Yeah,
I cursed him. I was just like, look.
And he's still trying to do it while you're telling him off.
Yeah.
Should have just slapped him.
You're
not in Moroccan jail.
We don't want to end up in jail, but I told him about himself though.
Yeah, he needed it.
I told him about himself.
Because some countries, it's like, some countries, the legal age is even lower, isn't it? Like 14 in that.
Those poor girls.
14.
Poor girls. Wow.
There's some countries don't even have a law.
I know.
And that's why there's rape fucking allegation. Well, not even allegation, there's rape rates in certain nations. Because there's no rules. And it's sickening. It's sad.
Really not on. But yeah, so you know, it is what it is. But we've got to talk about it again. You know, people's gonna watch and be like, oh, it's a conversation that we always have to have, because
cringe.
People need to cringe, and it is real, and it is happening, and it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be spoken about. You know,
grooming is such a big thing on social media. People will not understand. There's women grooming boys.
wow.
There's men grooming girls. Yeah, think about that. There's teachers more in the last 10 years touching up kids.
Authority.
Yeah. Within all these places of work that work with young people, there's social workers doing it.
Yeah.
There's people in homes, they're looking after a load of kids and they're touching them up.
Yeah.
It needs to be spoken about. It
And
can't
then,
just
and,
be
then, and then within the
like that
family
happens,
as well, and within the family, you know, uncles and aunties, and there's so many stories. If we were actually to you know, get people to be free house, I'm telling you, the story would be inundated. I'm telling you.
If we had someone here and they told me their story, I don't think I could cope, because I don't like that stuff, and I think there's loads of people out there like me, where they listen to a story and it breaks them.
Yeah.
For me, they haven't broken, so I shouldn't be getting upset over someone that's actually lived it and got through it.
And they got through it.
But I think that's what people are scared of. They're scared of feeling that what? You know, it's heartbreaking. So, like when Sideman said he spoke about it, and a load of women came forward and was in his inbox and telling him their stories. They're saying uncles, Mo. Like uncles, blood. Are you taking the piss?
It's much more common than you think it is, and I think for people like Sideman, who, you know, so just quickly, he had the latest story that I'd heard is that he'd come out of a train station and he'd seen two guys, one in a mask, like older guys, and another one approached this young girl.
She's never been there
come
before.
out of the station, trying to find her way, and these guys have they kind of ushered, followed her towards the alleyway.
Come here, you know they had people in chat girls, isn't
yeah. Come here, whatever.
And then obviously she's saying, no, I'm cool, like I just want to go to her. And then they're following her, trying to get. This is what I don't like from men neither. Yeah. If a woman says no,
just leave it
at that. Don't mean she's hard to get. It means she's busy and she don't give a shit about you. Men ain't that important to women.
Exactly. Like you need to stop. So anyway, he's now decided to follow. You know, saw a bit of concern.
He was scared. He was like,
and he was. Imagine he was scared himself, but he was like, no. Let me actually make sure she's all right. And he's followed and asked the girl if she's all right, and she said no, she's just trying to get to this place. And then the guys have now come talking about why are you interfering, why have you done
in my business?
Why are you in my business? And he's no, she's not comfortable. You know,
two guys following
a young girl. Him, and because you never know what could have happened to that young girl, and a young girl shouldn't have to come out of the station or walk outside and be worried because she feels scared to say no to a man. Like, don't abuse your power or the fact that you're older, you know, to try and, you know, control a younger person or get what you want out of them. It's really, really disgusting of you.
There was one story from a girl I know. She got out of her car. I think it was like Tesco or something. Parked up. She got out of her car like that. You know, like you get the claims of parking lot guys. One went, whistled her and said, "Nice ass, innit?" So obviously she went like that and carried on. Oh, you're just stush, bro. Like stuff like that. That's a woman with two men standing there. You think it's banter? Do you know how scared? She said she was. It's weird. It's creepy.
It is creepy.
Like,
it is creepy.
This. Look at that arse and all that. Like they can hear you. You're literally treating them like they're nothing. If you start doing that, how is a woman ever going to feel comfortable? How would you ever think? Imagine if it was the other way around, and every time a guy went somewhere, a woman went, "Oh, I'll give you one." How creepy does that sound the other way around?
It's creepy. It's just not right. And look, as grown as I am, as mature as I am, if I I'm walking down the street or I'm somewhere and a guy even looks at me
like that,
you know, there's looking and there's looking, but looking as it makes me sick.
No, but
it makes me feel very uncomfortable, and that's me as a grown woman.
So imagine a young girl not knowing,
and not even having all my bits out there and whatever. But
so imagine if you, and the worst thing is sometimes people say, but
I think it's horrible.
But you know, if you dress a certain way, then you want to be looked at.
But then even if you don't dress a certain way, you still get it, and it makes women feel uncomfortable. Honestly,
right. But for me, that there is very. I find that weird. So you're telling me that if a man's wearing a grey tracksuit and girls carried on looking at you and saying stuff about your junk, at what point are you going to feel like, what the fuck? But then they turn around and say, but you want us to look because you're wearing grey tracksuit bottoms.
No.
So the other way around is the way you dress
I get.
should not be the reason a man goes core. If a woman has a big bust, she's allowed to wear a crop top. She's allowed to wear it, and she should. It's not always for attention, though. Sometimes you're quite tired in the gym.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Some girls
do like attention,
but
and
not all girls.
But not all girls.
So you need to be respectful.
Yeah.
Like, I've learned it older.
If you're gonna look on the sly, like don't be peering at them and staring
or looking
and then trying to get them.
There's been times in lifts.
It's horrible.
There's been times in lifts here with like certain girl mates I've got where they've been in the lift and the guy's smelling them. Like, this is why I'm happy that I've got girl mates that I've known for years, because when you hear some of the stories and you're like, rah, you go through a lot from men. And then we wonder why women say men are trash. Bro, like, we do a lot of fucked up things to create that thought process. And I don't think, not all men are trash, that's right. But how many experiences does a man have to give a woman before they're like, yeah, you really are useless? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's still
if I'm with my guy can look at me anyhow he wants. It's different. It's your man, but it's not you on street that don't even have attention. You don't have me like that. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me in that way. Do you know what I mean? Stop looking at girls in that way. With
you, you've actually got a body on you, right? It's like you said, you work out, you look after yourself. Now, if you're walking down the street in like leggings, let's be honest, girls in leggings,
and I love
boys,
leggings.
lads, we've all done it. A girl in leggings just sort of go, raw, bumper. So it's like, you know, woof. But it's like you said, you ain't looking for that.
Yeah.
That's just, you've worked hard on your body, so you're comfortable and you're happy with how you look.
But even if a guy can show admiration and they can look, but don't be like staring and then feeling like
people touch
or trying to or even saying, oh, that's a nice ass. Like, don't do it. Like, just look and go away.
Yeah, like you can look and talk to your mate and go like.
Because I'd rather just wear. I mean, Erin, you see my coat. You see my coat.
You wear your long coat. She wears a long coat. She's like, no one looks at me.
But I wear my long coat because I just think my body's my body, and although there's going to be some instances where I'm out in a nice dress or whatever, and so, you know, guys are going to see my full figure. Fine, it is what it is. But on an everyday, even if I wear leggings and I will put on my big coat. Man ain't seeing nothing. It's not until they sit down and be like, oh, okay. But you know what I mean? And I
find that sad to me, because I think in them summer days you can't wear that coat.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In the
so when you wear like your quarter short or maybe like short, who knows? You might wear something you like, and then in summer, for some reason, especially over lockdown, women were just looking amazing. Yeah. Women were just looking amazing. When lockdown finished and I was walking around, especially around here, like Royal Wolf, around Royal Wolf, like, and just in ends, everyone just looked amazing, and it just shows that humans, we see everything when we've been starved.
Yeah, definitely.
It's one of
and some just like to look. And it's fine, but
there's nothing wrong with looking.
But there's a way. There's even a way to do it. Okay, if like I know a lot of people, men and women, that have a go at me. And the reason why they have a go at me, Erin, is because if we're on the road, and I might be driving or I might be walking and somebody beeps their horn or somebody looks at me or whatever, I do not. I do not pay attention to people on the street.
Oh, right.
So
you bypass it.
So I bypass. So something might be happening, and maybe I've looked at. I could even look at you, but even not know who you are, because I'm just not concentrating like that. I'm trying to get to. And then I've had people later on that have come to me like, I saw you the other day, and when I tried to say hello, you ignored me, or you gone like you didn't know me. And I'm like, genuinely, I swear it's not that deep. I just either didn't recognise you or I wasn't paying attention. And I'm like that. I don't look. I'm aware of my surroundings, but I'm not looking at guys. I'm not looking at girls.
You're not looking at faces. You're looking at people. You're seeing people, so you move out their way. But you're not paying attention to them.
Even
so
if I
unless
see
they
a nice,
tap you, and go, wait,
right?
Why are you not talking to
So
them?
that's the all you lot out there that keep thinking I'm ignoring you. I'm not. It's just that I genuinely am not.
You know my issue? These.
What is it? Oh. The headphones,
Once I've got these in my ears,
you made me realise I forgot my headphones.
They cancel out the sound. So people, I've had my mates, especially my mate, I've had him run up behind me. He's recorded me on Snap and sent me the Snap down, I'll see you. And I'm like, no, you're very creepy, you know. It's creep. And he's run up on me, behind me, before and tapped me, and then I've noticed, I could get stabbed, I could get robbed. I am just in my own little world. I've had people come up behind me and jump. They try to make me jump, and when I don't jump, they go, "What's wrong with you?" I went, "I'm paying attention." I'm
just not paying attention. But But what we talk about is just the fact that have a. Be thoughtful, understand, like, not because you might like something, or it doesn't mean that they like you. It doesn't mean, just because you see something's attractive, you can admire, but don't feel like you have to put pressure on for that person to also reciprocate, the actions that you want to impose on them. And I just think that we're in this culture now where people just think that they can do what they want, and there's no repercussions. There's no, it doesn't matter if I touch you. It doesn't matter if someone stands too close to me. I feel like you're invading my personal space. I don't like it, and there's going to be a lot of people that feel that way. So just be thoughtful of people, and understand that not what you like means that what the other person likes. And just.
To help people out, the reason we're saying this is because we saw a lot of the comments under the Dutch of Ellie stuff, where, the young girls now, they're this, they're that. Bro, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. We're trying to make that, like you said, you need to have some sort of moral code.
Yeah, definitely.
And respect each other, because we're all human.
We're all human, exactly. We all have thoughts, we all have feelings, we all have limitations, we all have things that we don't like, we all have things that, one person might consider it's okay and another person considers that it's not. So
it's like you said, personal space.
Yeah, personal space is a big thing
for me. I'm very slight. Everyone knows me, I'm social. My close friends, they've never been too close to me. The closest thing to me is when the sweet one's hugging me, she can do that.
But that's fine. But that's your legitimate person.
In public, there's been a few times, like on trains, like Jubilees, where I'm packed in. And I'm getting there. And I'm saying to people, listen, there's bare room. It's not a packed train. Fucking move. Like I start getting, and when I'm trying to get off, if I'm trying to get off a train, and people trying to push it, I'll just push you over. So if you see me and you know that I've pushed you, it's your problem. Don't wait for people to get off. It's just courtesy. Just let some people are travelling because they have to, not because they want to.
Stop touching.
Stop touching.
Getting too close. Like it's invasion.
I feel like men touch women too much, and I feel like men. I've been in a club before this lockdowns. Even before. I was minding my own business. Girl pinched my ass and run away, bro.
I think it's so disrespectful.
I'm not even pretty like that. I'm not pretty. Why are you touching my bum?
It's disrespectful.
And they're giggling.
It's disrespectful.
Now if I pinch her bum, I'm pissed. That's sexual assault.
It's not funny though.
No, but I think men see it.
I'm just saying generally.
It's not funny, but I think as men, we need to take us being touched seriously.
No,
I think we take it as a joke.
Yeah.
And like there's a thing from Notting Hill Carnival, guy standing there, girl just comes up and grabs him, and then it's fine. Like he's there, he looks comfortable, but is he?
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, right, this girl's actually like, she might think it's a joke. So it's like a man coming up to a woman and just grabbing her boob. It's a bit like that stuff that happened with with Miss Banks. Actually, you know what? That's another. That's another chat. That's another chat. That's another chat. That's like bonkers touching a 13-year-old girl's breast and getting done for it. So yeah, it's about respecting each other's space and respecting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just I don't know. It's a sad world at the minute.
Be thoughtful.
It's a sad world.
So yeah, guys. So yeah, it's always nice to talk about these subjects, and yeah, we'll definitely, and that's the thing. We like to talk about what's current. So you know, we might be talking about when we don't have structure in terms of okay, we're going to talk about this. It's whatever happens throughout the week, and what we talk about a lot. That we'll say, you know what, let's discuss that. It's a real conversation.
We just want people to realise we ain't doing this for the industry. We're doing this for humans, people. Yeah. Some of the conversations that are going to happen through especially next year. We're going to have a lot of people coming on. And there's going to be a lot of in-depth convo. Some of it might get mad. So
be prepared, guys.
Be prepared because
be prepared.
We're gonna it's stuff head on. And it's
for your benefit. It's not for it's not. We don't care about what can't be said, what can be said. We don't care about what's right for entertainment value. We're talking for the people. We're talking about the people for the people, because at the end of the day, these are complex issues that we go through every single day. And you know what? Sometimes there isn't even anybody to talk to. Do you know, and the fact that we can have a conversation and we can share that love with you guys, it's very, very important. I've had loads of people that come to me and say, Ray, you know, that was a really good subject that you guys talked about, and you know, more people need to talk about it and whatever. So we're not making a joke out of it. We're just genuinely being, you know, really honest and open about how we feel about these subjects, but we want your input as well. And what I would say is, you know, through some of our other shows, our other episodes, if you feel like it could help somebody, just share it with them, let them view it. You know,
when we bring up the views, we bring it up because it's important conversation.
It's important. It's not just rubbish.
It's not like, let's be honest, I don't give a shit about the monetization, the money side of YouTube. Yeah, if it happens, cool. But we was gonna state on Insta, but we realised a lot of people can't watch episodes without an Insta. So we thought YouTube, anyone can watch us.
Yeah.
Yes, it's outlandish. Sometimes we swear, especially me. I'm a swearer. I'm East London. I swear, but it don't mean I'm not clever in my thought processes.
Yeah, Erin's very, very smart. You know, and we have our ways about us, but like I said, you know, we don't have to convince you. We're just saying it as it is. We're talking about issues that we feel are important on an everyday basis, and we want you guys to be involved. We want you guys to take part. You know, share our content, and that's it. We've had some amazing feedback, haven't we? And like
I've had feedback said, of people I never thought would conversate with me about that subject.
And Erin has said.
A lot of men have come up about the Octavian stuff.
Yeah, they're appreciative of what we're speaking about, and you know, we have got a lot of things in the pipeline, and you know, you're going to see a lot of different faces and you know, different structures. But yeah, just we're enjoying it anyway. So, and I'm thankful for the opportunity.
And I think I'll talk on this a little bit, because the other day I was in a place of I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I swear to you, and then Ray just brought me out the old. She went, mate, I've just had a conversation from our last episode, this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh, really? And it opened up my mind again. Yeah. But that's why
we have our up days and our down days. Exactly. But you know what? We're here for the long run. So if you don't like it, get lost.
Exactly. And I think I think during COVID as well. I think a lot of people are stressing out and they're struggling, and a lot of men. This not only men. I think mental health in general.
You know my name, not my story. The Brave Project.
This is very important because I think people talking and telling their story means a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think what we do here, with us two only at the minute, we tell our story. Our personal stories come out.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's helped me see a lot of my wrongs. And it's helped me clear my mind. And we've definitely helped other people.
Yeah. 100%.
It doesn't matter if it's,
I know.
I don't care if it's 1,
I
2,
don't care
3.
if it's 1, and it has been 1, 10, and I'm very, very happy when people, they really message me in depth and say, you know, Ray, like, thank you so much, it was a great subject, and this, and I hope we see more of this. So people genuinely are connecting and are appreciative of what we're doing, and that makes me happy. It really does. So yeah, guys, you know, we thank you for your support, and we look forward to producing loads more episodes with stuff that you want. And if you want anything to, you know, us to discuss anything, just DM us. Let us know. We'll definitely can sit down and have a chat about it.
Still doing an episode about single parents. I've got a friend that said I want to be first on about it.
Yeah.
And it might be good because obviously there's you, there could be him, then you're getting the man and the woman side.
Yeah.
I don't mind being in the middle, being
the kid.
Just being a fucker.
Yeah, I'm definitely up for that.
Just being the person that has something to say even though they're not involved.
Yeah. Because you know what, I know single mums, I know single dads, I know, and you know, both are doing great jobs, but
sometimes
there's different dynamics when you're talking about the way that you see things, and you know, some things that I feel are a concern, the other person be like, nah, it's not that deep. So it's all of that.
Men and women are different. Remember that. Men and women are different. Processes, and the reason I'll be in the middle is because I want to be like you lot that ain't in that situation. So I'm going to say what I think. And if I get beat up by both of them,
pow, 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 this side, and then pow, 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 that
this
side.
is why we love doing this, because we want to open up discussions with all three sides. You've got a mum's point of view, you've got a dad's point of view, you've got someone that's on the outside looking in. What's their point of view? Because everyone should have it's like you said, opinions ain't facts, but it matters to know someone's opinion. Yeah. Because then you can see and fix maybe thought processes.
Definitely.
I love this game.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so thanks for tuning in. Yeah, another one.
Another
one. We're just done and
UK's
dusted.
DJ Khaled. DJ Ellie Roo.
So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in as always, and we look forward to seeing you on another episode. Yay.
Ooh, next week's going to be fun. If you're here.
Yeah, I'll be here still.
Oh, thank fuck.
Got another couple.
Because I'm going to have cover.